All right, what's up, NBA fans? Prince Sports is back at you again. Now, you notice teams are getting ready to start back the new season. Well, not the new season, the current season, to resume it. I don't know if they're gonna go right back to. They're gonna start off by just going to the playoffs or continue out the rest of the regular season, because a lot of companies lost money. They want to recoup and get some of that money back. But teams are allowed to go back to go to practice. So NBA season is around the corner. Don't get it twisted. It's around the corner. Now, what I want to talk about is the NBA draft. Now, you have the season being delayed, right? So the draft pick automatically has to be delayed. This meaning, if we did the draft pick now before the season came back, or let's say it was, we didn't push it back, teams could make trades. And if you make trades and you go into the playoffs and the season resumes back, can you still use that player, or you can't use the draft pick? You can't use that player. He's not eligible to play. So I think the best thing for them to do is push the draft pick, the NBA draft back, basically. All right? But that's not what I'm talking I want to mainly talk about. I want to get into my own little 2020 NBA mock draft, okay? Now, Golden State Warriors were the weakest team in the regular season. They had the worst record. So common sense says they may get the number one draft, right? Either that or the Cavaliers. Keep in mind, Cavaliers always get a top draft pick and they always screw it up somehow. Ever since they got Kyrie Irving, they took off the ground running with getting good draft picks, and they still not a good basketball team. It's crazy. But let's get into the number one draft of what I want to talk about. Number one draft pick, I'm going to assume, is the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors draft center, James Wiseman. Okay, this guy could play defense. He's a little raw on offensive end, but once he comes into the NBA, that will increase. And if he's playing with the Golden State Warriors, he's playing with Steph and Clay and Andrew Wiggins, his offensive game will pick up. But on the flip side of that, he's going to be more reliant on the defensive end, more than ever, because Warriors need that defense. And assuming the Warriors don't trade this draft pick for like a Rudy Gobert or something like that, because I think they're going to go after a big no matter what. And they got the most assets for trading. So assuming that they don't make a trade and they just go do straight with the draft, I think they're going to select James Wiseman. So it's no way they're going to make a trade without giving this draft pick to somebody. So I'm not going to even assume that they're going to get a top draft pick without keep a top draft pick and make a trade at the same time. I don't think they'll be able to pull that off. So basically, that's who they pick at number one for me. Number two, I got the team I just talked about, the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right. Since LeBron's departure, this team's been a mess, so to speak, and Kyrie's departure been a mess. But I think I got a guy that could help them out a lot, and I think he's the best player in the draft. Anthony Edwards. Okay, this guy is a flat-out scoring machine. He got an NBA body. He could shoot. He could take you off the dribble. He could penetrate, go to the basket. I think he's the best scorer out of this draft pick. So he definitely goes to Cleveland Cavaliers. Number three, can't believe I'm talking about this, man. I'm talking about somebody from the Ball family. But this guy's been rejected from a lot of draft picks. But since his draft pick is not assumed to be real good or fluctuating with a lot of talent, he's going to finally get drafted this year. And this season, you're going to see LaMelo Ball go to the Minnesota Timberwolves, team up with that backcourt of D'Angelo Russell. Those are going to be your two starters. I'll move LaMelo to the two. He's 6'7", he could pass, he could shoot. His shot is going to get better once he comes into the NBA. He's a volume scorer right now. but with a little practice and working on that jump shot, he's going to get better. You know, that jump shot is going to get wet. And I think LaMelo Ball is get drafted at number 3 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 4, I got Obi Toppin going to the Atlanta Hawks, ATL. All right, they need a guy that could play either the 3 or 4, and he's a switch 4. Okay, he could spread the floor, shoot the 3 ball. He could pound the post. I think in the NBA though, he'd be perfect to play the 3 position though, if you ask me. You know, just what the doctor ordered. Number 5, I got Detroit Pistons picking at number 5, and I think they're gonna go international. They're gonna get Dunley, a diva. Okay, this guy's he has an NBA body. He's big. He has a good IQ for the game of basketball. He's not the most athletic player, but I think he'll be just perfect for the Detroit Pistons. They need a wing player that could score, and I think this guy would be great to put on a team. I'm butchering his name a little bit, but he's international. I think if you could tell me in the comment section, please pronounce his name a little better than I did in the comment section. I think it's a diva. Okay, so definitely pick him. I like him. You know, I saw his highlights. I think he got some good stuff. He's a good European basketball player. All right. Now number 6, I'm going with my New York Knicks. New York, stand up. We need a guard. Assuming we don't get Chris Paul, I think we're gonna get Chris Paul regardless anyway. But the Knicks are guard centric, and I think they're gonna take Cole Anthony. So a perfect player, not for the Knicks, but hey, if they drafting at 6, I guess that's the best player for them to get. Now, I really hope they move up in this. Hopefully they could get like Anthony Edwards. That'd be nice for the Knicks to get Anthony Edwards. All right. Number 7, I got the Chicago Bulls, Chi-Town. I got them getting Isaac, okay? Now, Isaac Okoro. And he's another guard. Yeah, but they need a guard to go with Kobe White, so he'd be a perfect fit. And my last pick is number 8, the kid out of Africa. And Michael Jordan's gonna pick him. No, they need a center. The Hornets need a center. So they need to draft this guy. He's a little bit raw on offense, but he's good on defense. Okay, that's Akina Okoro, and he's coming. He should be coming at number 8. If the Hornets are smart, they should take this guy. He has all the potential in the world to be a good defensive player. You're looking at probably the next Mutombo, perhaps. I mean, he has all the materials of being a great, defensive player. And I think that'd be great for the Hornets. Maybe Michael Jordan hit the jackpot with that. He just still need a lights out score. But anyway, that's my mock draft, my top 8. Tell me what you think about some of these young cats. Peace.